NFL and the NFLPA have ratified a brand new CBA for the NFL season. What is going on, y'all? Five Sports All back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, folks. Ton of NFL content. You don't want to miss out. Follow me on my social media. Links down below and on the screen for that. Ask me questions, whatever it is, here for you guys. With that being said, there has been a new collective bargaining agreement that was officially ratified by both the NFL and the NFL Players Association. What does this new CBA have within it? What are the major keys, changes, takeaways? Here to highlight that for you guys and give you guys all of the major, jargon within the new CBA. So I'll break it down for you guys, tell you what it contains, basically the main parts. There's obviously a lot of detail within it, but let's go through the major changes and let's talk about what is going to be different. So let's get into it. So as mentioned, with the new CBA, there are a ton of things that are changing, but I'm going to highlight the most important things that I'm sure you guys will care about, that I care about, that are going to be different. So let us take a look at them. So I will go through this in detail. Don't you worry here. Just wanted to highlight to you guys basically what the major changes are. We're going to have a 17-game season. Preseason is going to be shorter, expanded playoffs, active rosters increasing, player revenues increasing, and the most important thing, this CBA is good till 2030. And you know what that means? No work stoppage other than if, we have another case of coronavirus during the NFL season until 2030. Okay, so let's go through it. The first thing that I told you guys that's on the board is a 17-game season. Now, this is not getting implemented this coming season. So the 2020-2021 NFL season will not have a 17-game schedule. I believe it will be 16, but between 2021 and 2023 is when the NFL will be able to go to a 17-game schedule. Basically, that's their window to implement that 17-game schedule, and that is when they will do it. So for this season, I believe it is not going to be there. We'll still have a regular 16-game season, but moving forward, most likely next season, we'll have a 17-game schedule. So obviously, great one more day of football for NFL fans, for the NFL. So let's move on to the next change, preseason. Preseason is decreasing from 4 games to 3 games. Again, this is going to take place once we go over to the 17-game schedule, and this will lead to there being essentially a bye week before the regular season starts for all 32 NFL teams, okay? So the next thing we've got, a huge difference here is expanded playoffs, folks. So we are going from 6 playoff teams to 7 now in both conferences, the AFC and the NFC. What does that mean? Obviously, more teams make the playoffs, but also we go from 2 teams having a bye week to just 1 team from the AFC and the NFC. More wild card games, more football, and more chances, obviously, of making the playoffs. So I love that. So we've got an expanded playoffs, and that starts right away, I believe, this season. So we don't have to wait for that. We're going to have an extra team make the playoffs from the AFC and the NFC this season, okay? Next up, player revenue. This was a big deal for the players, obviously. It's going up from 47% to 48%, folks. Even a 1% change is huge, folks. We're talking millions, billions of dollars. And the players are going to get more, okay? Along with that, minimum salaries for players are increasing by like $100,000 to now it is at about $700,000. That's minimum salary in the NFL. And so there's a bunch of monetary gains here. I'm not going to go through all of those in detail. You guys can go look up and read up on the CBA for that. Just giving you the quick highlights here. And so player revenue, which was a big deal for them, that is benefiting the players. Next up, active roster. On game day, you can now have 48 players active. Before it was 46, now it is 48. So more flexibility for coaches out there to be able to have more players available. And finally, like I said, this is good till 2030, so we don't have to worry about work stoppages until then at least. So there you have it. This is the new CBA that got ratified. Now, it was very polarizing because we had a very slim margin between those players who voted yes and those players who voted no. I will say I read that about 500 NFL players did not vote, which boggles my mind. This is their future. I don't know why you wouldn't vote for it, regardless of if you agree or disagree. But essentially, I'll say this. This CBA is great for the average NFL player, not so much the superstars really, but again, majority of the NFL is going to be active players, average players. And so this benefits them. I'm just happy, again, that there was a CBA because I don't like going through lockouts. I'm sure nobody does. And so I love that. From a fan perspective, we're just going to get to have a ton of football. So let me know what you guys think about the new CBA. If you agree or disagree, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below about the CBA if you're confused. And hopefully I can answer that for you guys. Hopefully this video helped you out. Please give it a big thumbs up if it did. Please make sure to subscribe as always. Thanks for watching.